Good morning, students. We were discussing about organic chemistry. In our previous discussion, we had introduced the concept of organic chemicals, the definition of organic chemicals, and what do we study in organic chemistry. So now, since we understand that organic chemistry are mostly carbon compounds except carbonates and metal carbides, they are hydrocarbon derivatives, biomolecules, carbohydrates, or fossils of the living organisms which was buried under the earth crust or the bedrock of the ocean 300 million years ago, which formed petroleum, which we also called as hydrocarbons. So all these we studied in organic chemistry, and the number of or infinite number of compounds which is formed is due to the tetravalency of carbon. So we will try to understand from the very beginning. So let us try to understand the tetravalency of carbon and catenation property of carbon. Tetravalency. We know that carbon has 6 electrons, such that 2 electrons are there in the first shell and 4 are there in the second shell. So these 4 electrons in the valence shell can form bond with one electron each of any other atom or molecule and can form covalent bond. So it is nothing but methane. Similarly, we can also form carbon, 4 electrons in the valence shell. Say if we take chlorine, chlorine has 7 electrons and it shares 1 electron to complete its octet. So this is nothing but carbon tetrachloride or CCl4. Okay, this is carbon tetrachloride. This is methane or CH4. Now these two compounds which I have shown you, they are containing 1 carbon each. But there can be some molecules in which another carbon can join in place of, say, chlorine or in place of hydrogen. So let us see a few more types of covalent bond. This kind of covalent bond is called as sigma bond. Okay, sigma bond. It is formed due to head-on or axial overlapping of orbitals containing one unpaired electron each. Now let us see pi bond formation. For that we have to take the example of carbon dioxide. So we know that carbon has 4 electrons, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and oxygen has 6 electrons in the valence shell. So the first formed bond is sigma bond and the second formed bond is pi bond. So pi bond is formed due to lateral overlapping of molecular orbitals or orbitals. Now let us see some molecules in which more than one carbon atom would be there. Carbon atoms or carbon compounds containing more than one carbon atom. For this, earlier we had seen electronic configuration in orbital method. Now we will see in orbital method. We can write C6 as 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. So since this is core orbital, it does not take part in bond formation. But since this is valence shell, it takes part in bond formation. Such that if I write the box diagram for this, it would be 2 electrons and one electron like this. In excited state, the valence shell electronic configuration, we write it as valence shell electronic configuration is 1s and all the 3p combined. So 4 electrons they redistribute. So what is happening here? Here what is happening? Here intermixing of atomic orbital. Is taking place, and these are hybrid orbitals. Which hybridization is there? 1s and 3p are taking part. So it is sp3 hybridization. Its shape is like this. The bond angle will be 109 degree, 28 minutes, and each of this will contain one electron. If it is methane, then 1s hydrogen will come, and it will form a tetrahedral structure. Such that one hydrogen will be here, one will be in the same plane, one will be away from the board, and one will be inside the board, like this. Now, it is also possible that instead of one of the hydrogen atoms, another carbon comes. Another carbon. And in this way, the sharing of electron takes place. So this will form, this is carbon and this is carbon, it is hydrogen, 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 and hydrogen. See, everywhere sigma bond is formed, head-on overlapping is taking place. So we can write on the bond line structure. It is orbital picture of C2 H6 1 2 3 4 5 6, and its bond line structure or structural formula will be like this. So it is called as ethane. This is known to you all. Now let us see how carbon-carbon double bond is formed. Before that, let me show you that instead of this hydrogen, another carbon can come and can form a chain. Alright. So carbon atoms can form long chain due to sigma bond formations this property is called as catenation. Catenation. Now let us see double bond formation. By any chance, if this hydrogen does not exist, and this hydrogen does not exist, then this electron and this electron may undergo lateral overlapping. In that case, instead of this bond formation, this hydrogen will not be there and there will be a double bond formation here. So this will be sigma, this will be pi. This is sigma bond and this is pi bond. Pi bond is formed due to lateral overlapping. So this is called as now ethene. We will call it as ethene. Now by any chance, if this hydrogen does not exist and this hydrogen does not exist, then what will happen? Electrons will be here. They will undergo lateral overlapping and will form another pi bond. Here we can show that these two hydrogen will not be there. So these two electrons, whatever was here, will form another bond. So there will be one sigma bond in between and pi bonds will be above and below the sigma bond. And now it will be called as ethyne. So we have seen orbital picture of alkane, alkene and alkyne. Let us summarize this once. Ethane, it is saturated. It is ethene, unsaturated. It is ethyne, unsaturated. It is also unsaturated. Now, how will you distinguish between ethane and ethene and ethyne? If you treat it with bromine in CCl4, it is also called as bromine water. It will show no change of red color of bromine water. This will form CH, Br, CH, Br, H and H and will become colorless. Br2 water or bromine water will become colorless. Okay, bromine water is red in color. This red color will become colorless. So in this way we can differentiate between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. For ethene and ethyne, there are different tests which can be discussed later.